People of Iran, firstly, it's a terribly sad time for all of them. But again, it adds a severity of situation for my mum and Craig as well, because the situation on the ground is deteriorating, and I don't feel that the government response has escalated alongside that deterioration. We have gratefully been able to continue communication. It's been a bit sporadic and the lines aren't always great, but we have been able pretty much daily to speak to them. They're, the conditions are bad. We know that from phone calls from them, reports from other detainees. This ongoing detention of the Iranian people is putting a big strain on the prison systems. They were already overcrowded, but that's worsened following the protests. Sanitation's poor, violence has increased, and there's what was already limited in terms of medical access is now even more inaccessible. If I'm assessing the situation, then yes, I mean, it definitely has added another layer of complexity for sure, because you just don't know how this is going to play out. But I think in those moments of despair is when we as a nation need to show, a sign of strength and solidarity with citizens, and especially ones that are detained abroad. And I just don't feel as though that's being reciprocated at the moment. And as I say, the urgency
Yes.
doesn't correlate to what's actually happening on the ground.
This has gone on now for a year.
I mean, if you have a look at and compare to other nations, and I appreciate every case is different, but what is comparable is political will. If we look at France, Germany, for example, they consistently escalated it at senior levels and maintained pressure, and their citizens were released or are in the process of being released. And I just think that we can take, I'm not saying follow it book by book, but we can actually take something from that and ask the UK to match the seriousness. And that's where we're at with it, is that we've got two UK citizens, as you say, that have been detained for over a year, and still Keir Starmer hasn't even whispered their names, which I just don't feel is the right approach. The phone calls help massively, but it is a living nightmare. You're constantly concerned for their welfare. They are facing the same four walls and the same conditions every single day, and that is the hardest thing about it all, is what's happening to them.